Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine and I just gave birth to my second baby. I have a daughter who's 3 years old, and if you enjoy this video, go ahead and check out my other ones, and also go ahead and follow me on my motherhood journey. I have no idea what I'm doing, but yeah, anyways, so in this video I just want to update on my 1 month postpartum, how I'm feeling and how baby is doing and everything. So we're officially 1 month postpartum today, April 13th. I just can't believe it. Time has gone by super fast. It's actually gone by a lot faster than I am wanting it to go, but that's okay. It's whatever. I don't really know where to start. I'm not looking at any notes this time. I kind of annoyed myself with the 2-week update. Like, I wish I didn't have my phone out so through the whole video, but this time I'm gonna try and kind of go through everything off the top of my head. So if you haven't seen it already, go ahead and check out my 2-week update video first, because I'm gonna kind of be comparing some of the things that I talked about in that video. So starting with one of the things that I talked about a lot was definitely my butt and my tailbone, and then also my pelvis. So as for those things, they actually all feel normal again. My butt doesn't hurt, my tailbone doesn't hurt. I can now sit up, lay on my sides, lay on my belly. I can swing my legs over the side of the bed. I can lift my legs without feeling any type of sharpshooting pain that I was feeling before. So I would say that everything in that area has kind of gone back to 100% normal, which is great because I did not like feeling that type of pressure and the sharpshooting pain. Another thing is I'm able to pee and poop without feeling any type of pain now, which is great. So I don't have to support myself on the toilet anymore. I can sit like normal. I don't feel any pain when I go to the bathroom. And then also adding on to that, I am no longer bleeding. So I haven't started my regular period yet, but the bleeding from postpartum has actually stopped. So I'm also no longer using the postpartum care essentials. So I don't need to use the Dermaplast anymore, the witch hazel pads. I don't even have to wear pads anymore. So I'm still not getting a full night's sleep, but I've kind of adjusted to waking up to every hour to 2 hours. There are nights where I am more exhausted than the night before, as I should be, because, you know, everybody needs their sleep at some point and it will catch up to you. So I can't wait to finally be able to say that he's sleeping through the night, but right now he's still not sleeping through the night, which is totally fine because we've kind of adjusted to a routine. So I would say there's more of a routine at night, but less of a routine during the day. So at night, the amount of diaper changes that we have and the amount of nursing times that we have has actually lessened. So we used to have maybe 4 to 5 diaper changes, or maybe that's exaggerating, I don't know. We used to have a lot of diaper changes in the middle of the night, and now I only go about 2 diaper changes or so. And then the amount of times that we have to nurse at night has also gone down too, because we used to nurse every hour pretty much, and now we only nurse every 2.5 hours, and some nights he'll give me 3 hours. Last night he gave me 5 hours. So I think he's starting to want to sleep through the night, but we have gone on to somewhat of a routine of my 6-week postpartum appointment isn't until April 26th, so I still have some time to go. So whenever that appointment comes, I'll do another video and update on that, which means also I don't know how much I weigh. I know before I gave birth I was 125 pounds. And then he was 7 pounds 15 ounces, so pretty much an 8-pound baby. I don't know how much I weigh now. I wish I did, so that way I could compare like how much weight I've lost, because I know I've lost weight, but I haven't lost a lot of weight. And then I've also noticed that my belly hasn't gone down. While I was pregnant, I wasn't really concerned about my belly going down. I didn't really care. I didn't think I was going to care too much, but now that I'm actually in this postpartum stage and I'm like looking at myself without being pregnant and, you know, seeing the pooch and everything, it's actually kind of discouraging. I didn't think I was gonna care, but I do actually care. I don't necessarily want to go back down to the weight that I was. I don't care about how much I weigh. I care more about having a flat stomach, which, I don't know, kind of sounds ridiculous, but I like to wear a lot of crop tops and I like to wear a lot of tight dresses. I'm not the type of person that likes to wear loose-fitting clothes unless I'm lounging in my house all day or going to bed. So like if I'm out and about, I like to wear kind of more tighter fitting clothes and crop tops, especially because I live in Florida, so it's like hot and crop tops are normal. So it's like, I don't know. And then I also tried on some jeans that I had, and I had to get rid of like 4 pairs of jeans because they no longer fit. I can't zip them up. They fit my legs because like I didn't really gain any weight in my legs, but my hips and this little pooch that I have here, I can't zip them up anymore. I can't button them. So I figured I'm not even gonna wait until after 6 weeks postpartum to see if I'll be able to fit in them again. If I can't even zip them up, I'm not even gonna keep them. So I got rid of 4 pairs of jeans, and that kind of like, it didn't make me sad, but it was like, dang, I can't even wear high-waisted jeans. Like I have to buy a whole bunch of high-waisted jeans. So I have to figure out what my new size is. Emotionally, I'm doing pretty good. I don't feel like I have the baby blues. I don't feel like I'm depressed in any way. I definitely have my moments of being really, really overwhelmed because it is a lot having a 3-year-old and a newborn. It's a lot to take care of. Trying to figure this out without flashing. So I had to change location, clearly. He woke up from his little nap. Little update on him. I don't know how much he weighs as of today, but I know he's 9 pounds, 8 ounces. So he's almost 10 pounds. He's probably 10 pounds today, honestly. But he's definitely growing. Breastfeeding is definitely getting easier. Oh, did I talk about breastfeeding? I didn't talk about breastfeeding. It's definitely going pretty good. We are consistently breastfeeding, or exclusively breastfeeding, shall I say. He's had a couple bottles before, so he can take the bottle, he can take a pacifier, and he also takes the boob, and he hasn't had any nipple confusion, which is really awesome because I know that is something that can happen if you're trying to like bottle feed and breastfeed at the same time. So I know that can happen, but he hasn't had any nipple confusion, which is great. My milk has definitely regulated. So about every 2.5 hours, I can feel like my body, my boobs kind of like fill up with milk, which in my 2-week update, I talked about how whenever my milk would come in, it feels like a hot, burning type of sensation. As far as our latch goes, our latch is not perfect. I went and saw a lactation consultant. She helped me out a lot. She had really good advice on how to get the right latch, how to get it in right. She said a lot of good and helpful things during that session, but then it was like as soon as I got home, I had that advice in the back of my head and I still try to follow that advice, but it's like, although we got the latch right in the office with her, it's like I can't get it right at home and I don't know how to figure it out. So there are still times where breastfeeding is painful and it still feels like he's chomping down on my boob, and I know it shouldn't feel that way. She also said that his latch was shallow, and so we fixed that while we were there, but then I'm noticing that he still has a really shallow latch, which actually really hurts. It's not comfortable when they have a shallow latch, so that part's uncomfortable, but right now kind of just sitting through it, dealing with it. It's manageable. It's not too painful to where like I want to give up on breastfeeding. Like if all 6 months of my breastfeeding journey is gonna feel like this, I'll honestly be fine. Even though it's uncomfortable, my nipples aren't cracked or bleeding or anything, so he hasn't messed me up too bad. But our breastfeeding journey, I would say it's going pretty good. We're still going strong. We've exclusively breastfed now for an entire month. We haven't had to add formula into the mix at all, which is really encouraging to me. I want to say that the big difference this time around from my first baby to this baby is that I'm way more confident in breastfeeding than I was the first time. Now I know as like a first time mom, I had no idea what I was doing, and like I had all these options of like reaching out to people for help and everything. I would just say that with my first baby, I didn't feel supported. And with this baby, I don't necessarily feel more support. I just feel like I know what I'm doing in a sense. Even though I have no idea what I'm doing with breastfeeding. I didn't breastfeed the first time. So it's like, it's really weird, the confidence that I had. Like, I don't know where the confidence came from, but I do feel like I am way more confident in breastfeeding this time around than the first time. And now that I've done it for a month with that confidence, it's just easier for me to keep going. My goal is 6 months. Hopefully we can do the whole 6 months. We'll see how that works when I actually have to go back to work, because work right now, I'm working from home. I'm not working right now, but work is remote. But there's still the possibility that we would be going back into the office now that the COVID vaccine is out and it's more accessible to everyone. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Now, as I'm like rubbing my face on his hair. Now, as for him, let's see. So updates on him. He's not sleeping through the night. I talked about that earlier. He's not sleeping through the night yet, but we're on a schedule, sort of. He's doing really good with breastfeeding. He's gaining weight the way that he should be. He's still a little congested, which kind of sucks, but it's definitely not as bad. I don't have to clear his nose out the way I did in the beginning. He is no longer in newborn clothes. I could definitely squeeze him into newborn clothes, but I just don't want to because I feel like he's already worn all of his newborn outfits. I knew he was going to only fit in newborn clothes for about the first month, which is the case. So right now he's wearing 0 to 3 months, and there's some onesies and sleepers that are 3 months that he can fit into. Now, obviously he doesn't fill them out, but it's definitely more of a comfortable fit than if he were to be in newborn clothes. He's still in newborn diapers, but they're starting to leave marks on his legs. So once I finish the open pack, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and move over to size 1 because that might be a more comfortable fit than the newborn diapers. He's definitely really strong. He's been strong since day 1. He likes to pick his head up a lot. He likes to kind of throw himself, which is kind of scary because if you're holding him in a certain position and you don't have like his neck supported, he will throw himself, and he could honestly throw himself out of your arms if you let him, which is terrifying. He still has the soft spots on his head, of course, and his face is still peeling. So when he gets really hot, he gets like these like bumps on his face. They kind of look like little bites, but it's not too much, and it only happens when he gets really, really hot. His eyes, oh my gosh, his eyes, we don't know what color his eyes are going to be yet because they're still kind of like, to me, they look gray. They don't look brown. They don't look blue, but we just don't know what color his eyes are going to be because they look kind of light. So if he has hazel eyes or even green eyes, I think that would be so freaking cute. But we'll see. We'll see how it is next month, if his eye color has changed any. I would say for the most part he's a pretty quiet baby, but once he's angry and he's crying, he is loud. He definitely does not cry as often as Julie did when she was his age, but he is a loud baby. So they are both pretty loud babies. He cries mostly for like the normal things. He's hungry or his diaper needs to be changed. That's it. But I would say he doesn't have any colic or he's not too gassy. So I will insert a picture of what my body looks like now, 1 month postpartum, and I will show a comparison of what he looked like when he was first born to now, which obviously his head has grown, his cheeks have grown, his belly has grown. Like, he's not thick in the legs yet or in the arms, but he's definitely thick in the belly and in the cheeks. Anyways, that's it for my update. That's pretty much everything. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video.